Good morning and welcome to Wednesday. We are going to try organizing this mess because I feel like even in this chair, I should be able to fit in this corner of the closet if I organize it properly. Let's see what happens. And here's Azul looking for what he can eat so he can try dying again. Do you want to be pet? Hello. He's kind of hard to see, especially because it won't really focus on him properly. But this little bugger showed up last night. That's the way I shouldn't call him a bugger. Sounds like a bug slur. But he showed up across my floor last night while I was cleaning. Scared the hell out of me, but he ran into the closet and I found him. One of the reasons you should have a clean closet so you can actually identify where these things are. I don't know what he is though, or if he's venomous. I know our town does have an issue with brown recluses. I think he's carrying something. Or she. I'll help my brother look at it later. Maybe it'd be a good bug, but if it's a brown recluse, we have to get rid of it. I had her kill it. It was crawling up the wall, and my sister killed it, and she said it was probably a brown recluse. So those are kind of a problem in our area. They like to hide in small spaces where if you reach and you don't know it's there, it can bite you and it can cause very severe wounds. Like, I don't think it straight up kills you, like venomous, but it does give you like really nasty wounds that get worse and worse. And I only know that because of a newspaper article I read years ago saying it's that time of year again. If you're in small spaces, be cautious, wear gloves, stuff like that. So, well, now that spider's dead. If it was a less dangerous one, we would have kept it. But if it's brown recluse, no, we don't want it. Been cleaning up more space. I'm thinking moving this back there because if I have that shelf with wheels right here, I can just pull it out and go in. So this can probably go there. As for everything, I don't know. My idea for the cords is use the little zip ties like right there. Let me zoom in. Zip ties like this one. I can use it with these. And these bags, I don't know. Those bags are also a hazard. I'm also doing this because this is kind of a safety hazard. Like, if there's a tornado, you want adequate, safe space, and having these things potentially fall on top of you is hazardous. And needing adequate space you can make at any given moment is also important. This mentally delicious thing is my lunch. I can't really afford like entire sets of Soylent yet, but it is basically a meal with the basic nutrition you need compared to a lot of junk food. I'm going to drink that, chill, and while I chill, get a notepad out, I have 50 of them, and try planning out my course of action for the next month when it comes to paying off my Amazon Chase card, because I'm leaving that bank because annoying reasons. I might make a new video dedicated to just that, where I discuss the issues with the bank and the benefits of the bank, as well as leaving my current bank for Credit Karma. I'm actually not leaving my current bank. I'm migrating most of my payment stuff over to a Credit Karma bank, and just leaving basic amounts in my basic bank, and not making it related to chargebacks or paying for stuff, because the chargebacks on that bank are ridiculous. I've had 3 chargebacks in May. One of them wasn't my fault. One of them was my fault, but I didn't quite predict how it would happen. And that's over $50 in chargebacks. And chargebacks at this point are basically just a fucking scam. So I'm using Credit Karma at the moment. Credit Karma so far is a good bank. I have the spending account and the savings account. And we're going to see how that goes. And my Amazon Chase card, I'm only going to use for gas just to keep the card alive and easier to pay off. And I have a Discover something card. I'll look at it later for my credit card stuff from here on. Over next month, I do want to try cleaning out the Chase card, paying everything up, and then only using it for gas and using Discover for everything else. I know one more thing I'm splurging on is getting a bigger thing like this, but to go back there. That way, stuff doesn't keep falling off my bed. And believe it or not, some of that stuff is essential to keep in bed. So I would like if it didn't keep falling out of bed. I'll have to take measure of that later. But first, yummy. Welcome back. So I just spent a good long while working on financial stuff, like a few hours. It's already 4:19 p.m. I just drove out to get my Social Security letter for the month mailed, because every month I have to tell Social Security all of my taxable income. Because it's not already hard enough for disabled people. But I did work on this for the month of June. And then in July, well, first I'm going to go over this. This is the leftover amount I have after all of the fees for that thing. So there's 3 sections. Each section is for when I get income, basically. So when this comes in tomorrow, my Social Security disability income, I do all of this I can at that moment. Verizon will wait until the 6th because they don't let me pay for the next cycle until the 6th because their cycle is fucked up. Even though the cycle ends on the 28th or something like that, I can't pay till the 6th, which is the dumbest bullshit. And then car insurance as well. Now, a few things are, I'm paying off this bullshit. So I basically put all this and put it all on here. The more green it is, the closer it is to $80. And the closer the darker it is, the closer it is to 40. Because $40 and below, you're kind of in the screwed zone. I've planned it all out on paper. That way when, for example, the 3rd comes, I can just cross these off as soon as I get them handled. There's a few more things I can fill out, actually. Some of them I can do immediately, some of them I cannot. And then my paycheck on the 9th, paycheck on the 23rd. Pretty sure it's the 23rd. Yeah, it's the 23rd. It got even worse because motherfucking Adobe decided, where is it? That the cancellation fee would be $79.98. Let me find a quick screenshot I made of that. If you close it a year early, they charge you this amount. So I had to put that on my credit card to be charged, because I don't want to pay $4 a month anymore. I'll go more into that when I get a chance to record for why I'm moving to DaVinci. But yeah, this month is going to be tight. I am not buying my own food. I think all my food's going to be other people's food. This month just paying off my medical insurance. This month just paying off part of the chair. Finishing off paying for Chase because more shit happened. Ooh, it's gonna be messy. I also got new medication today that will hopefully treat my ADHD-like symptoms. And I got this because I have to take more medication halfway through the day. So if I just had an entire set for a week for a specific time on my power chair at all times, it'll be easy. And I can have an alarm go off too, and I'll just reach into my pocket and take it. This cost maybe almost $2 with tax. I think it was less than that, but by very slight. I'm excited to use this. The process of moving back and cleaning has begun. I vacuumed this floor, even though it's hard to tell, but this shit lining. I have begun the migration process of my consoles back into this. I decided to put that up there, because even though tornadoes can happen, That's the lightest thing available aside from the PSTV. So I can go ahead and go there because it would slide off really easily. I feel like that would. It's so light and easily movable. But if you look everywhere else, me in this wheelchair, I am blocked off from the rest of my room in order to make room in my closet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eventually put this drawer into the closet, and all of these cords, if I can help it, are going into that box with the help of zip ties like that one. Where's the thing of zip ties though? They're somewhere. Yeah, I have a lot of cords I want put in there because hopefully cable management should be easier if they're all in there. Wish me luck. Interrupt this cleaning with a moment of Kathy. Hello. I love you. Kathy is definitely like the animal that helped me learn how you get a animal used to being pet or to like you. Like you just make sure it's safe near you. Start pet small. Try not to do anything it doesn't like. And if it wants pets, give it pets. And after a few months, it will love you. Obviously, not all pets work like that, or all animals, especially heavily abused ones. But I love her. We think our neighbors owned her, but then she ended up being ours because she kept coming to our house. And then had kids, so like we were stuck with her. So we got her kids' homes, got her spayed, and now she's basically our cat. She hangs around outside and inside. We try to keep her outside unless it's winter, in which case we welcome her inside anytime really. But in summer, there's no really need to keep her inside. The box is empty. All the cords and items are withdrawn and thrown away. Here, I have all the general power cables. That is the giant display cable for that. All the display related cables or connection, audio visual connectors in general are right there. All of my USB general devices are right there. And all my questionable power cords are inside that bag. There's a cord behind it, but that's fine. Now it's just a matter of figuring out how I want to go about putting these three main categories into this so that it can eventually go in there. Let's see. Best course of action is likely to put all of the heavier stuff in the bottom drawer. That way if I pull out, it's less likely to knock the entire thing over. And the biggest category is just connector cables for display related stuff. Let's try that. I have an absolute shit ton of cords like these. That's for the PS2, I can keep that. Shit like this I can keep. But this, I don't think, they're both the same actually. I have no intention of ever using these, so I'm just going to toss them. I have way too many cords for me to be trying to keep stuff I'm not going to use. This is for exclusively the PS2, so maybe I'll keep it. We'll see. I have way too many HDMI cables. Throw out pieces of this box so that I can have separators. We're not sure how it's going to work out. I'm going to put this in the closet next to the PS2. Yes, the PS2 is being buried, but you know what? This is still pretty good organized, all things considered. In here, so far, I have the GameCube controller adapter for the Wii U and PC. The Wii U is down there because it's the heaviest. There's the GameCube. PS4 will go there if I ever put the PS4 back here, due to it being about in between the GameCube and the Wii U. I don't know what's going to go up there. Something will. Not perfect, but a hell of a lot better than nothing. Nice. Nice and snug. If I ever need access to a console directly, I can just pull this out, fit into the closet despite the wheelchair, Now I should get this shit. If you're wondering, that's a really low light. It barely lights up the room at all. Still don't know what to do with these two. They're giant cords. One's for an extension cable, and one is that kind. I assume they would have to go together wherever they go, and they both look really useful, potentially in the far future, so I'm going to keep them, but I don't know where yet. I do need a place to put this bad boy. The reason I'm using Bluetooth at the moment is because overall space and ability to not hurt my hands while using the computer. But I'm going to keep it on hand, because I will no doubt transition back eventually, whether or not it takes years. I think I know a place I can put this, but that will have to be until tomorrow. I find a spot to put this. Well, I dropped that. To this day, I cannot find a power cord for this. I went through the entire questionable power cord bag. None of them fit this. And that says power, right? No, but it might as well. There's no place for a USB cable to go in. Right. So, sorry friend. You served me well back when I had a cord for you. But right now you have been useless for way too long for me to be able to use you. And I already have a replacement right on that bottom shelf. Well, hello. Welcome to Thursday. Day 2 of my mass cleaning project. You can't really tell, but there is more space. The only thing is I took stuff out of there. Some stuff I found in there actually was this lamp, which will be better than using this right in this space. I also got these two drawer things, and I shoved some wood back there. That way it will stop stuff from falling off as much. First thing I'm doing today is drinking some soda, and then at the same time doing as much laundry as I can, because this is covered in dirt now, because my brother was throwing stuff onto my bed to make room back there so my sister could spray for insecticide stuff. I need to put this in the shop, I think. Since yesterday, I've been incredibly nauseous and I've had a massive headache. This morning, I am drinking some Pepsi to see if it's caffeinated related. Because if it is, that means we're good. We know why I have a headache. If we don't know why I have a headache, then that's bad news. Because I have surgery on the 16th, and if something's going on, I obviously have to delay the surgery. Unfortunately. But, yeah, this is taking a long ass time, but there is room in the left side of the closet now. I will show you later. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with everything yet. Chances are I'm putting like big blanket stuff that I do not need in there further in the back, and clothes that I don't need as well can go further into the back of the corner, and the drawers that are closer out of the corner I could probably put game consoles, like the really heavy ones maybe. I think that would be a good idea. We'll see what happens. My sister is telling me, with me feeling dizzy, having a headache, and disorientated, I should just lay down, stop organizing for a minute, just rest for a bit. So I'm going to drink a bit more Pepsi, lay down for a good bit, get back up and get back to it. If I do any organizing, it will be to clear up my bed so I can actually lay in it. Right here is where all the dust was, like on this sheet itself. I can just hop in bed actually. I'll do that. You can hear the neighbor's lawnmower. So, when throwing stuff out, deciding what I'm going to do with everything, I found a bunch of medical boots that we don't need or have use for, because I can't even make use of these because they just hurt my feet. And then I have some shirts and maybe a jacket or two that's actually worth donating. So I'm going to bring this all to Goodwill and get some tax write-offs while I'm at it and free up space in my room. I think we are in the final phase of cleaning. This is in here at the moment instead of in there because I have found new cords I need to put up. This is all still on the floor, but there's a ton less stuff. One of those can just go deep in the closet and one of those to the edge. This is still full of shit. There's shit everywhere. Also, apparently my Switch works, so I guess I can play that again. I found this better microwave, so I donated the older, worse-looking microwave. Come up here. I need to clean that off, because apparently that was underneath my toaster the entire time. This looks nice. That doesn't. But Jesus Christ, there is no space to do anything on this desk. Interrupt this program with a message of Cat. Hi, Kathy. How are you? She was meowing to get my attention very lately when I came in here a few times. Because I've been in here to drop off garbage that isn't food or waste. That way we can store it in here until we have an opportunity to dump it later. Because right now we have limited, like we can have trash taken to the dump once a week or so. Once a week. Which means we have less room for our overall trash. I could turn the camera around so you could actually see how many boxes are filling this room, but there's so much shit in here. Okay, she's happy now. Oh, no, she's not. There you go, Kathy. I'll be back in a bit. I believe we are at day 3 now, which should be the final day. Sounds like a reference to something. Only the minimal stuff needed for my bed. Like I said yesterday, those are pretty much done. Those are going to go on my desk when my desk is more cleared up. Don't know where you're going to go. My staff's going to go somewhere. Right now, I'm working on mopping. I'm using the Shark vacuum mop. You can't really... Oh wow, it actually did get most of it already. I was about to say, you can't see all the stains on the camera, but that's because they're not there. There's shit right there. And all along, just from my wheels alone. It'll be annoying mopping up everything for the first time. But after the first time, if I do it consistently with this amazing new vacuum that my sister got me for my birthday, my older sister, then I should be better off. Older meaning oldest. It's actually hurt my hand enough when doing this that I'm resort to using my left hand now and my right hand for holding up the camera, which probably isn't helping the wrist pain, but still better than just doing it all with my right hand. Most of it's done. And the results. Now the way the Shark vacuum works, vacuum mop, is instead of pulling it into like a big tank, this tank is just for the liquid, the cleaner. The actual dirt and everything goes in here. As you can see, it can suck up bigger things and not break the vacuum. Only stipulation is obviously, if you can, clean up beforehand. I'm disabled, so that kind of makes it hard. Not to mention, I had to clean a bunch of stuff that had not probably been cleaned up in a very long time. But yeah, you just dispose of it, and then put a new pad in. I have like 11 more, I think, to work with. Overall, this is a very nice vacuum. My oldest sister gave me these a while back. They're meant for your face, but I am putting them everywhere I can, especially because I have to find a use for them now, so I can free up this tiny bit of space, which does make a difference because there have been many situations like this where I either need to use it or trash it. And there we go. That's one. And I already had this one yesterday or something like that because I found my extra Star Fox sticker. This would be a good place to put it. I'll see it constantly if I go in this direction.
So when I came in here earlier, I felt the floor, like walking on it, I'm barefoot, and it feels so clean. And you can see that it's very clean. It smells a lot better in here. Everything's really nice and organized.
Most of it is done. There's still stuff here, and a few things over here, like on this desk and this chair, but most of it is done. It feels like I'm so fucking close. If you look in the closet, I can enter.
Organized.
I can enter it now. If you look in the door, my little hospital friend is there. He's turned away because he's. I've had that since like 2019.
Oh, okay. I was thinking that's something you got when you first got hurt.
Nah, Colin Roger would burn it by now. I still need to move that. I'm going to ask Will or someone to move that heavy stuff up there away from all the way to the top to like maybe up there. Because this is kind of a earthquake and tornado hazard. Because if I end up having to hide in here, I don't want anything heavy falling on me.
Why not? Don't you want to die? Like the rest of us?
No. Only a few things left. I moved the tower off that big desk. I'm going to try and figure out a way to have my console stuff here for if I'm ever playing a console game. I can just set it there and all the necessary wires will be right here so nothing has to contaminate this area. Which will be moving some stuff down here to here and maybe making use of these different layers. I'm probably going to end up staying late to do all this because I want this all to be done by tonight. As you can see, there's not much left. Just this area pretty much. Oh yeah, and I've been watching Akiba Strip playthrough by Manly while I've been doing this. Great game. And it is done. That drawer is stuck out because I once hit it from the side on accident in this, and it's stuck like that. Nicely organized. Right up here, I have my Huion tablet, nice and out of the way. I leave it down there. My sister tends to put her shit on top of it. If I leave it here, my brother puts shit on top of it. Everything has a place. This can be for drawing, potentially playing the keyboard. Console gaming. The console itself. The HDMI splitter, so one source goes here and one source goes right here. And that so I can swap in between what that screen's doing. And all the cords for those are hidden down here. And like I showed before, consoles, clothes, and blankets I don't need. cleaned out all of this. There's actual space in here now, aside from this lamp, which I'm not sure what to do with yet. I can get over there as well. There's not actually a ton of stuff back here. It's much more breathable. I do want to get this moved in case it falls on me. And now I can actually see the majority of my food. Normally I can't, but I figured out I could put half of it up here and keep the racks behind it. Although I'm sure they're falling going that far back.